to stay higher, I'm a blower. You don't know what it takes, so you want to be great, but do you really know what it stakes? Do you know what it means to me?
Your eyes do not freaking deceive you. It's been way too damn long since me and my partner, the one and only Jack Glennon, got a chance to sit down and talk to you all. But like I said, your eyes don't deceive you. This is indeed the Hitting Cage. Welcome back to the Hitting Cage. Welcome back to Makash Films' YouTube channel, the Sports Edition. My name is Tristan Thornhill. My partner, my pal, to my virtual right is Jack Glennon. It's been quite some time. Today is January 5th. I'm going to get a quick shout out. It's January 5th. Yesterday was January 4th. I'd be remiss not to wish my mother a very happy birthday. Very happy birthday. 30 never looked so good, Mom. Love you. To all those that have not been with us since our last episode dropped, congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, who did end up winning the World Series in 7 games. That was one, regardless of your allegiance. I am a Yankees fan. Regardless of your allegiance, what a fucking World Series. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. Happy to you, and a Happy New Year. We're in the big 2026, the year of the Yankees, Jack. Not really, but...
Just like it's the year of the Cowboys.
Jack, how the hell are you, man? It's been too long.
You know, partner, I'm better now for seeing you. It's great to be on with you as always. Let's get into it because there's a lot to cover from free agency signings, but I've been good. I've enjoyed the break from you. I've enjoyed the break from school.
See, right back to the bullshit.
I've enjoyed getting to see my family as always at Christmas time, so... I hope you got nice, good presents for Christmas, partner, and a nice warm cup of hot cocoa.
This was one of them. So yeah, Santa was good to me. Hopefully Santa was good to all of y'all. I have moved my setup. Now I am upstairs in my house, in the office, and this is a train wreck of where my dad used to work. That hopefully won't be there.
It looks just like your room, like father, like son.
Whatever. Anyway.
And if you doubt that, please go check out one of the prior episodes and look at this guy's
Okay,
background.
that was when I was with that's when I was still in Knoxville. You talking about the background when I still had like all the hanging jerseys and everything? This will get settled.
Everywhere you go.
This will get settled. I do have something cool over here to this side. I've got
what the fan?
The Legos. Legos over here. There are Legos over there. So that's kind of cool. I'm getting the office situated, Jack. It's a work in progress.
Enough is enough. Who has signed where, Tristan?
Okay, so again, hopefully everybody is doing great. It's weird to be back. It's great to be back, but I'd be remiss if we didn't check in. It's just a hitting cage, and baseball goes on year long. So speaking of year long, I'm going to give you every signing and trade of significance to me. I mean, I went down the list since November 16th, my birthday. Are you ready? Give me a yay or a nay on whether you want to talk about it. If you give me a yay, we'll set aside about 2-3 minutes to talk about it. And then we'll talk about what the future holds for baseball. The WBC's coming up, where we still think some of the bigger targets are going to go. And what to look forward to when it comes to the 2027 lockout that's most likely going to happen because the Dodgers won back-to-back World Series. So, are you ready, my friend?
Always.
Here we go. On November 16th, the very first move to some, Josh Naylor went to the Mariners for 5 years, $92.5 million with a full no-trade clause and 0 deferrals. Any juice there?
Hell yeah, there's juice, and there's a lot of juice in that swing, too. I mean, you look at these guys, these brothers, both of them have a lot of pop. It's a great addition to a lineup that's already got the likes of Eugenio Suarez. It's already got the likes of Randy Arozarena.
Did they re-sign Eugenio because he was a free agent now?
Well, I'm assuming he's going to. I'm assuming he's going to resign. I'm assuming that wasn't a rental, but you already have the likes of Julio Rodriguez. You already have the likes of Cal Raleigh. I mean, I could go on all day about how much power that this lineup brings, and this is just more power. I'd like to see a middle infielder in this lineup somewhere, like an Ian Kinsler type. Obviously, he's retired, but a guy like that, a good, speedy second baseman who gets some steals, some walks, some base hits. They need to have runners on to make this power matter, and I don't see that part of the lineup anywhere down this roster.
I don't believe that Eugenio Suarez will probably be returning to this team. Just because I don't know. I don't think that he was a big get for them in the trade during the trade deadline. But you look after that, did he provide much of it? I think that
No.
there's rumors. There's rumors of him being a pirate right now. This guy is 34 years old. With the way that baseball is right now, people are asking an exorbitant amount of money no matter what their age or stats are. This guy batted 228 last year. 228.
Yeah,
the pop is there. The pop is there. The pop is there. 49. The pop is there.
Right.
So I get it for the this is a good move. This is a good move for the Mariners. Give me more. Give me more, because the no full trade thing. I mean, it's a team friendly. It's not a team friendly. It's a Josh Naylor friendly deal. Give me more for the Mariners. You've already got a great rotation. Make sure it stays healthy. Maybe add a left-hander in there. Give me more if you're the Mariners. I mean, you were not far from knocking off the Blue Jays. I mean, that game,
100%.
that series was insanity, and we already
Blue Jays
recapped that last year.
Was so close. It was so close.
I mean, so was the Mariners. I mean, you could look at almost anybody in that AL competition besides maybe the Yankees that barely got over the hump of the Red Sox. So I like some of the pieces that the Mariners have. Give me more if I'm a Mariners fan. But obviously, it is the Mariners. You can't spend too much. So
not because you don't want to. Because
no, not at all.
You're like the Giants. You can't hand out enough money.
Yeah, I agree though. November 17th, we'll go another day. November 17th, Ryan Yarbrough back to the Yankees on a 1-year deal.
Like it. I like it.
Like it? Okay.
I do.
All right. Do you want to talk about it? No, right? There's nothing
I'm assuming
there.
You will give the.
I will say it's a good deal. Good deal. You needed some fresh arm in the bullpen. What he was able to do before he got hurt and ended up being gone for the year really surprised me. It was a great addition, especially when we had to use him in the 5-man because of heavy injury fatigue and all that. So I like what Ryan Yarbrough brings to the table, but in terms of bullpen, that can't be the only thing that you do because your
100%.
bullpen is very short. We'll move on. November 18th, a bunch of qualifying offers being accepted. Trent Grisham accepts his $22 million qualifying offer to return to the Yankees.
And you know what? That really surprised me. Not because of the fact that it's $22 million only.
No. I mean, everybody got $22 million that accepted that.
I'm aware, but I'm saying I am surprised he didn't lock down financial security going 6 years, 120.
I don't think he was going to get that because of
6
what.
6 years, 90? He would have got 6 years, 90. He
Nah,
would have got 6 years, 90. Yes.
Not because. Oh, well, yes. But because of how he performed in the offseason. Sorry, I agree with you. That's what he should have got. 6 years, 90. The Yankees extend the qualifying offer thinking, we'll just do it to cover bases. There's no chance that he's going to sign it. If he signs it, he signs it. But I don't think he's going to. Then why'd you extend it? Because this is now throw a wrench in their plans, the Yankees. This is and you can argue with the wall about no, it hasn't. They'll be fine. They'll still do stuff.
No, I'm with
they
you.
They haven't done anything since that. They did not foresee it. I just think it was because you have a Hal Steinbrenner who is a multimillionaire that at any chance that he gets in a press conference will tell you, listen, we are not worth the amount of money that you guys think we are. How? Your earnings are public knowledge. We know what you have.
Yeah,
Stop
this
penny
is all public
pinching.
information.
This we know. Like it's yes, maybe it's not the same money that you had back then, but the time to be the Yankees is now. Look at the Dodgers. Don't stop spending. Back-to-back World Series champions. You can't be the Rays. Don't be the Rays.
Yeah.
Don't be the Moneyball A's.
And you can't be something in between because you look at now the teams that are in between, the Red Sox, the Padres. What have they done recently?
Exactly. If you're gonna go for it, go for it. The money that's spent is winning. Now, obviously, Hal does spend money. He spends it in the wrong places. Spend big and spend right. That's where it is. And I think
here's what I. Sorry, continue.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Here's what I'll say about the signing for the Yankees. The biggest move that they can make this offseason is getting Garrett Cole off the 60-day IL. That's the biggest move.
So, that's the big thing is, I mean, him and Rodon are not going to be there to start the season. Exactly. So, I mean,
that's my point.
You look at
move they're going to make for this season is getting those guys off the injury.
What is your, and now I'll fast forward to today. You look at, what the Yankees are doing. They're talking to other free agents, Ranger Suarez. Do they want to trade for what's his name? Freddie Peralta with the Brewers, or do they want to trade for a Marlin stud? It's
Cabrera.
Edward Cabrera, and it's just like, guys, the time to do this is now. You don't have a starting rotation that doesn't consist of rookies, though. Your starting rotation right now is Clark Schmidt, if he can be healthy, Schlittler, and Warren. Luis Heel as well.
Max Fried.
And then Max Fried. I know I'm talking about the obvious. I'm not the non-obvious. Those are the ones that fill your holes.
Right
there.
But here's what I'll say: you can't sacrifice part of your future. You can't give up Spencer Jones. You can't give up George Lombard Jr. for guys who. Let's be real. If you're the Yankees, all you got to do is make the playoffs and have Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon healthy. Then it's kind of turned into the NBA, if you ask me. Where as long as you get into the playoffs, it doesn't really matter what seed you are. Unfortunately, that's where the MLB is kind of at right now. As long as those guys are healthy going into the playoffs, they just got to get in. I don't see the need to make a rash move.
Well, here's my thing. Will Warren was okay. He got you a couple wins this year. I don't think he's going to be anything special. So if you can upgrade, do it. Clark Schmidt, same thing with him. He's always been rock solid, but he's always had something thrown in that derails his season. Luis Heel, young, very volatile, very moldable. If he gives himself the chance, but can be wild at times.
Very high risk, high reward.
The biggest surprise to me was at the very end of the season there. Cam Schlittler was lights out and has the biggest ceiling out of all of that to me. My thing is, we went into the postseason with the Yankees going to trade for a big guy. We don't know if it's going to be Paul Skeens or we don't know if it's going to be Tarek Skubal. Those talks have dampened. Seeing the money that free agents are asking for right now, it doesn't make any logical sense to move on either one. Although if I were to tell you, I would tell you to go for Skeens because Skubal's going to be on the market. So you don't know. But I don't see a world in either of those things happening. Hell, I don't know if I see a world where Freddie Peralta is a Yankee. I think if the Yankees were to make a move for pitching, it needs to be in the free agent market for someone like Framber Valdez or Ranger Suarez, even though those are high price targets, or you trade for the guy down in Miami. That's what you do. But I don't think that he's going to cost you a Lombard or a Spencer Jones. He might cost you a Dominguez, but that remains to be seen. That remains to be sensed.
Here's what I think about the Yankees, right? If you're going to trade for someone, you hit the nail on the head, partner. You got to trade for the guy who's got the most team control left, the highest number of years with team control. Because you look at what these guys are asking for now. If I'm the Yankees, there's not a snowball's chance in hell I'm trading for a guy on a 1-year contract because the market.
Not after the Soto thing, and that's
absolutely.
That's what surprised me about them not even making an offer to Imai, who signed with the Astros, and we'll get into him a little bit later. That contract was very, very similar to what you offered Marcus Stroman to play for you. And you didn't even think about offering him? Like, well, don't get me wrong. He could totally be a bust when he comes over to the MLB. But he was a stud in the MPL. Does that not ring any bells? Like, hey, and then do you see all the opt-outs that he has in that contract with the Astros? We'll get to that.
I think it's got 3 of them.
Yeah. All 3 years that he signed in, there's an opt-out in some some way or form. It's either a player or team opt-out. But we'll continue. Other players accepting the qualifying offer: Gleyber Torres, Brandon Woodruff, and Shota Imanaga all accepted their qualifying offers to stay with their respective teams. All got around $20 million. Anything there that sticks out to you there?
Moves I expected, partner, when I saw that those offers were extended to those players, especially.
I think Grisham's the only one that was kind of like, what? He accepted? Why the fuck did you offer it then?
Grisham's the only one where, for me, it was, why the fuck did you offer it if you're the Yankees?
Exactly.
Why the fuck did you accept it if you're Grisham?
Grisham. If I'm Grisham, hell yeah, I accept that because I know that I'm not worth $20 million in 1 year.
Right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. But you have to understand that Trent Grisham, whether it's this season or next season, is going to shit the bed. He should have taken a long-term contract worth 50, 60 million and taken the money when he could have gotten it and provided financial security for his family for life. That's what he should have done. Because
but that's
220.
That is a high risk, low reward situation for him if he does not perform again this year. You take what you get now, because he's still young. Grisham's still young. That was his best season. Who knows if he puts together another one? The thing is he disappeared in the offseason. I mean, you can admit, we can go back to our recordings and we can show you where we said Trent Grisham is adding zeros to his contract right now. He was having a phenomenal year. So I'm not originally when I first saw the news about it, and I was like, this is going to throw a wrench in our plans. And now that I've calmed down and come back to earth, I'm just like, what the fuck? What are we doing? I don't know if I want Trent Grisham anymore after the postseason he had, but he had a phenomenal regular season. So we'll see how they do, because if they truly do believe in Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez to take that next leap, it makes sense. But you never know with prospects, man, especially because Jason Dominguez has never gotten the full-on chance. There have been flashes, but all right, we need to keep moving. Later that day, November 18th, the Orioles traded for Taylor Ward from the Angels for Gray Rod in return. Grayson Rodriguez, the alleged right-hander. Anything there? All right.
Don't like it. Don't like it for the Orioles.
Any reason why?
Grayson Rodriguez is a good player, and I like Taylor Ward. I think he's a solid hitter, but I think pitching is the most important thing. I just do, and it shows every year. The best pitchers win. The best teams have the best pitchers.
Fair enough. All right, November 19th, the Braves trade for Mauricio Dubon from the Astros, and then they resigned Raisel Iglesias to a 1-year, $16 million deal. Confusing moves from the Braves this entire offseason. I don't hate it. Bolster your bullpen, I guess, but just confusing. I mean, if your lineup, if you can just say, hey, this is your New Year's resolution, you just remind your young core, hey, you guys are good hitters, then sure. But that's assuming that Strider comes back and is Spencer Strider again, and Iglesias doesn't shit the bed halfway through the year.
The only problem I have with this, partner, is if you're the Atlanta Braves and you just watched the season you had in 2025,
and the Mets got worse as of right now.
Yes. But you see this season you had in 2025, and you're okay with not making any big moves and just having the status quo being brought back. Not acceptable, if you ask me. Status quo is dog shit. This team was horrible a year ago. This team couldn't stay healthy a year ago, and that's not their fault. I understand that.
And they also just made a change at manager.
Yes, but who's to say that Spencer Strider will be even a shell of his former self? I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty big injury he's coming off of.
Yeah, it remains to be seen.
It remains to be seen. But again, it's the same with the Yankees. The biggest move that they can make is getting their ace back on the mound. Second pitcher. Chris Sale's their ace. Pardon me.
November 21st. Your Giants traded for Joey Wiemer. Instant reaction.
Instant reaction is, who the fuck is that? That's the
Joey Wiemer. What do you mean? He's not horrible. I mean, you guys lost Yaz. You lost Yaz, though. You're a young team.
And they cut Joey Wiemer 2 weeks later.
We look at his stats really quick for you.
They cut him
Joey
2 weeks
Wiemer.
later. He's no longer on the roster.
Did they actually cut him?
Yes, they designated him for assignment. I'm telling you, the Giants have not made a single move.
Why did I not see this? Holy shit, they did. Why?
How long can I sit here as a Giants fan and say the big move was Devers, the big move was Devers, the big move was Devers?
And Devers didn't even
he played a good season. He played fine.
But he didn't have a Devers year.
No, he didn't. He certainly did not. I think he
will. I cannot believe I didn't know that they cut him.
I think he will be a great Giant, but that can't be the big move for the next 2 years. It can't.
Wow. That's weird. I don't know what you guys are doing. Cubs.
I don't either.
Yeah. Cubs went and got Phil Maton on a 2-year deal. Any movement there?
Like it. They need the bullpen. After you watch that series they had against San Diego, and then it's just all season, really, the bullpen was the ball and chain of that team. I think Phil Maton's a great right-hander. I think he throws a good fastball and he's got a good breaking ball also. I think this is a good move for the Cubs.
I agree. Let's move to November 23rd. This is the one that I circled and it has question marks near it.
Let's hear it.
The Mets trade for Marcus Semien and send Brandon Nimmo as a return.
That is one of the worst trades I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't get it.
You are taking on one of the worst contracts in the MLB and letting Pete Alonso, which we will get to, walk because you gave all that money to Marcus Semien, who has not produced for 2 or 3 seasons.
And you didn't need another middle infielder. You just didn't. You were good with what you had.
Yep.
I don't honestly. I want to do a deep dive into the WAR, for that position for the Mets. So if you want to just ramble while I get those stats up really quick.
Yeah, I have no problem with that, partner. This trade, to me, it's asinine. You're getting rid of a guy who's been with your franchise, who's great for the locker room, who the fans can rally around as something that's been a familiar face over a decade of complete and utter garbage, dumpster fire disaster if you're the New York Mets and their fans. So you're getting rid of that guy and taking on the contract of a guy whose best days are so far behind him that the best days are in a stadium that doesn't even exist anymore. That is how far behind Marcus Semien's best days are. And yes, he had a great year with the Rangers when they won the World Series, 100%. But that's when you're his age, when you're in your mid to late 30s, 2 years is a long fucking time.
Okay,
a long time.
So Brandon Nimmo's batting WAR, his wins above replacement last year, was a good 3.0. And I know he's an outfielder and Marcus Semien's an infielder, but it was a straight up trade, 1-for-1. He had Marcus Semien finished with approximately a 2.1.
But you're not it's not even about that. It's about the contract you're taking on.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying, in addition to the contract, it made even further no sense.
4 years left on this contract, by the way. And Marcus Semien is not a spring chicken. He's not getting any younger. 4 years left on this contract. I think it's 20. I think it runs $26 million a year. 27.
You had Jeff McNeil at that position, who they also shipped off to the A's. Jeff McNeil last year, what was his WAR? Let's see.
So he was
7th on the team at 2.1. You're replacing his WAR with probably a declining player.
You're getting the same product for 6 times the price. That's what I don't understand about this trade.
And I don't even know if it's the same product because you also gave up Brandon Nimmo. You let Jeff McNeil go to the A's for a bag of chips. So seriously, all the money in the world, Mets, and we'll keep going. We'll keep going because there's so much more to say about that.
I want to keep
No, but I have to get to more of their deals.
One more thought. If you're the Mets, it goes beyond just the on-field product. You get rid of McNeil, you get rid of Brandon Nimmo, and you let Pete Alonso walk. You are getting rid of clubhouse guys who are fan favorites, who are getting asses in the seats when your team is ass. I don't get it. You need to keep the familiar faces. At
least they have a casino coming next door, man. I mean, I understand why Mets fans are upset. It seems like he just wanted one thing. He got, the licenses and everything to put up a casino in New York City right next door to build a district. It's kind of the same qualms that I have with Danny White doing what he's doing at Tennessee right now.
It's all about money.
The product on the field might suffer a little bit, but hey, the product outside of the stadium, it's good. It's good. November 25th, the Red Sox trade for Sonny Gray. Sure.
Don't know why. They already had plenty of pitching.
I don't. If my karma is true, Sonny Gray will now shove because fuck the Yankees. He had a lot to say about his time with the Yankees as soon as he got traded, which fuck that guy. But I mean, good for you. I think he was like, I didn't ever even want to be a Yankee, but then when he got there, he was saying all these nice things, which I guess you have to say when you get traded somewhere. I'm kind of on the boat of, the Yankees derailed this guy's career. He went to somewhere quiet, and he slowly built himself back up, but he's somewhere where all eyes are on him again in the Boston Red Sox, who are, chasing to get back into that postseason again. So more eyes are going to be on him again, so I think he's going to shit the bed again. Nothing
Well,
personal.
I don't know, partner. If you're the Red Sox, I don't understand this trade for other reasons. It's because you have Brian Bella, you have Lucas Giolito, you have Garrett Crochet. I
Don't
don't
need it.
get, don't need it, but I
And then
get
you have who was that young kid that played in the wild card game against the Yankees the day after
Kyle
Cam
Harrison.
Schlittler? Is that his name?
Who's from the Giants.
Pitcher.
But you think about it, maybe they made this move for pitching depth because you've seen the injuries these pitchers are having now, throwing 102, 103 miles an hour. So they get a guy who's proven that he can stay healthy throughout the course of an
Nah.
162 game season.
His name was. Is it Connell Early? Is that what you said? I think it was Connell Early.
No, definitely not what I said. But you're getting a guy who can stay healthy, and maybe that's why they made this move because they lost because their rotation was so snake bitten towards the end of the year.
It was Connell Early. That was the pitcher that shined. He wasn't horrible, but the Yankees did eventually get to him. November 26th. I agree. I just don't think it makes much sense. And I don't believe in him when it comes to the light shining on him. So, November 26th, Dylan Cease signs with Toronto, 7 years, $210 million. All right. Good deal. I mean, not good deal. Good player. I'd say Toronto needed a pitcher. Sure.
It's a great deal for Dylan Cease.
Yeah, I was about to say he's not worth that much money. It's a great deal for him. He's not worth $210 million. Sorry. I think it's a horrible contract, and it will bite them in the ass come year 4. Maybe year 3.
Come year 1. This is a guy who had a 4.55 ERA and won
just an overpay.
He went 8-12 with one of the best supporting offenses in the league.
They're trying to grasp something that I think is kind of starting to fade in Dylan Cease. Don't get me wrong. He was a big name. And if you want to go get a pitcher, and we're in today's age where we're about to have a lockout because you have to overpay for pitchers. You have to overpay for anybody. Yeah, sure. Like if that's what you had to do, at least you're making an attempt. Yeah. That's what I'll say. You made an attempt. You needed something. You went and got it. You paid whatever it was to get it. Sure. But I can sit back here and say, you know what? When it comes to the Yankees being a little bit cheap, that one I get. I'm not paying that for Dylan Cease. Sorry. But in today's day and age, I'll play devil's advocate here. Today's day and age, don't you kind of have to overpay if you want to win?
100%.
So it makes no sense to me, but at the same time, it does. We got to move along. November 29th, Orioles signed Ryan Hesley to a 2-year contract with an opt-out after the first. Sure. Bolster your bullpen. Don't hate it. And then December 1st, here's the big one. Here's where I was like, okay, so the Mets are just completely off the rails. Not like a whole week later, the Mets signed Devin Williams to a 3-year, $50 million plus contract, guaranteed money. What are we doing? How do you not reach out to Edwin Díaz? Like, don't get me wrong. Edwin Díaz, he had a Linsanity run. He went from the pitcher that, would always point in the sky anytime that there was a home run, thinking it was a pop out. But there was a minute there where Edwin Díaz was untouchable. And I mean, not to mention, this guy is like one of the faces of your franchise. He's a fan favorite.
Again with the Mets.
You brought in the Yankees sloppy seconds. The Mets have been bringing in sloppy seconds from the Yankees, but Devin Williams, $50 million for 3 years? That was a big fuck you to the fan base to me.
The whole offseason has been. The whole offseason has been one big middle finger to the Mets fan base. It just has. I mean, you got rid of 4 guys who have been fan favorites, some of them for a decade, who also took you to the NLCS a couple of years ago. They all played a big role getting that playoff run. Narrowly lost.
You were a couple of games away from getting to the World Series for the first time since 2015.
And now they're all gone, and they've been replaced by aging, bad contracts. And I can't.
They didn't even go out and get Adolis Garcia.
Not even to mention the fact that you traded for Tyler Rogers, you traded for Ron Helsley. at the deadline and gave up a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
And you didn't even get that back.
You gave up Blade Tidwell and Drew Gilbert to get Tyler Rogers, and he just left. You didn't get any of those guys back. So now your future's toast and your present's toast because you made these dumbass moves the whole offseason for the present, and you made dumbass moves for the future at the trade deadline.
How does that Juan Soto $800 million contract working out? I mean, you have a billionaire as your owner, and it seems like he doesn't want to spend the more money because he's paying Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor those exuberant amount, that exuberant, and apparently, and now apparently there's a disconnect. I do not take off the Yankee stuff. I don't want to get more into the minds of Mets fans, but you saw the reports.
Yes, you do.
You
partner.
saw the reports.
Yes, you do. We both know you. You love.
I do.
Making a jab at the Mets.
I do.
Don't even
but
deny it.
I don't even mean it like in that sense right now when I say this. Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor. When you see those two on a team, you're like, oh, those guys can be great together. You know, you saw him and Judge. Him and Judge were hanging out a lot outside of the field, and they were great.
But who the hell else is in that lineup? Who the hell?
And I'm not even getting to that. They don't even like each other. They don't. They aren't like, you know, hey, what's up, man? You know, they don't hang outside. They don't hang outside of the ballpark. And I'm not saying they probably dislike each other, but there's a disconnect there. I think Francisco Lindor, when he was brought aboard, he'd be like, hey, I guess I'm the captain. I'm going to be this franchise's, you know, go-getter. I mean, I came in from Cleveland. I took them places, and I'm happy. I'm in an even bigger spotlight, and I can perform. Sure, I have my downtimes, but, you know, I'll consistently be in that MVP conversation because I can be clutch. And then you brought in Juan Soto for all of that exuberant amount of money. And now you're not willing to spend more. Instead, you're getting fleeced and taken advantage of.
It's like when the Warriors brought in Kevin Durant, except the Warriors
that worked. That worked, yeah.
Except the Warriors had a great therapist as a head coach in Steve Kerr, who is a great group therapist, as I like to call him, who can manage personalities. The Mets front office, the Mets management group cannot manage personalities. And Juan Soto is a difficult personality to manage. I'll give them that. But so is Draymond Green. I mean, so is Kevin Durant. These are the guys who you got to make them work together, no matter what it takes.
That Juan Soto is a difficult personality. I just think no one in that clubhouse appreciated the noise going into that season last year about Juan Soto only took it for the money. And I'm sure if Juan Soto was sitting on the Zoom call with us today, he would say, you guys are stupid for thinking that. Juan, we know. Took it for the money. We wanted to be a Yankee. No one's blaming you anymore. I mean, I will forever be very grateful for that 2024 season with Juan Soto in it. But you made your decision. You got to stick with that now. You've got to commit to that team, which I think he has. But committing to that team is making sure you have constant communication with that front office. Like, hey, I'm not sure if I love these moves. You guys, I know this is only year one for me, but I'm here for the long run. And you guys need to be smart about how you're spending the money because I know I'm taking a big deal of it. So, or hey, you know what? Let's restructure that contract. Let's put this on some deferrals. Or hey, you know what? Let me call up Francisco. Hey, man, I know we're seeing all this news about us having a disconnect. Let's get together, man. Something. Be a leader.
But he's not, and that's my point.
But for that money, he needs to be.
That's my point. Even if he's not a difficult personality to deal with, as you claim, he's not a great leader in the clubhouse, which for $800 million, you damn well better be. And if you look at this team, I think you're absolutely right. I think Juan Soto took the money in that contract and said, screw whatever happens. I don't care. He's won a World Series, right? He's gotten the team accomplishment out of the way. I think now he's looking for big spotlight, big paycheck. Where can I win? Individual awards.
Well, Francisco Lindor is 32 and he's 27. Lindor is the leader on that team, but you need Juan Soto to be the next guy up mentality. Like, hey, whatever Lindor says goes, man. I mean, and I think that's the disconnect there is that Frankie doesn't like the fact that they think that this is their franchise player now. But I digress. We'll move on. We'll go to December now. We're in December now after the December 1st. December 3rd, Cedric Mullins, 1-year deal to the Rays. Emilio Pagan, 2 years, $20 million to the Reds. Miguel Rojas signs a 1-year, $5.5 million year, and confirms this will be his final year of baseball. He's retiring after this year. After, I think, didn't he win the World Series MVP? No, that was Yamamoto, but he helped them win that World Series.
He hit the big home run.
Yes, he hit the big home run. And he said this is going to be his final year of baseball. And this year he's going to focus on helping the front office as like a player associate and assisting player development in his final year of baseball. So that's kind of cool if you're the Dodgers.
And it's a proper way to finish. It has to be with LA. As much as I dislike the Dodgers, you got to have respect for Miguel Rojas. He's a good player. He's a good dude. And I think he means a lot to that franchise. And the franchise is showing that loyalty to him, which they should.
Yeah, I agree. We'll keep moving. Let's go to December 6th. The Nats trade Jose Ferrier to Seattle for the top prospect return of Harry Ford.
Great trade for DC.
Yeah, it's about time. I mean, they've been building up prospects since the Juan Soto trade. So
Robert Hassel, CJ Abrams.
Yep.
You got a lot of guys out there, and now you had Harry Ford. Because if you think about it, for it was Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Harry Ford as a catcher in Seattle, he's a great prospect.
He's got an all-star, and if he has another year like he had this year, maybe a Hall of Famer in front of him. So
he's got an MVP caliber player in front of him. He's got the best catcher in baseball ahead of him. You're not going to play anytime soon, unless you're moving Raleigh to first base, which you're not.
You're not. If you, I was about to say. All right, December 8th, Steven Matz agrees to a 2-year deal with the Rays, and then Mike Soroka goes to the D-backs for 1 year. Not much movement there, so I'll keep going unless you have anything to say.
These Rays deals are the most Rays deals I've ever
Rays deals ever. Exactly. I was thinking that, and that's the shit that I meant earlier this recording. This recording is like, you can't be the money ball. Let the Rays be the money ball. They'll make the playoffs every 10 years and have an occasional random World Series in a COVID year. So you cannot be the Rays. Is my message to the Yankees. They saw that 1 year that the Rays were insane on money ball type deals. Don't be that. Be the fucking Yankees.
Like the Giants that 1 year too in 2021.
Yep.
It happens every blue moon. It can't be.
Although that was some bullshit in 2021 how that season ended. I won't even.
Don't. It's better.
December 9th, Gregory Soto, 1 year deal worth $7.75 million to the Pirates. Interesting.
Like it for the
Pirates. Edwin Díaz gives a big old fuck you to the Dodgers, to the Mets, and he goes to the Dodgers for 3 years, $69 million. And now on that same day, Kyle Schwarber lands a 5-year, $150 million deal with the Phillies. We got to talk about those two before we move on to when it comes to Edwin. I mean, when you saw Devin Williams sign the contract, you were like, wow, all right. You know what? I'll go get me a ring anyway. Because clearly y'all ain't. It's just insane to me that you guys valued Devin Williams, who had a down year, over Edwin Díaz.
Not just a down year, it was an abomination.
Who was a fan favorite, regardless of whether he blew games or not. Those trumpets meant something to Queens. And now he's wearing Dodger blue. Thanks, guys. Now the rest of the league's got to deal with that. Thanks. Fuck the Mets, man. What the fuck are you thinking? What in the fuck are you thinking? Now he could totally have another blow up year because I mean, there is no dominant closer in the MLB that is just like, oh, he's in the game. Shit, everybody blows something. But I mean, if he like I said, if he regresses to the Edwin Díaz that points up into the sky, what dominant?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's back to. Dominant.
He is. Oh, he is.
He's good again, but I don't know if he's dominant. Like I said, I don't know if there's a dominant closer. Anyway,
I'm sorry, Tristan. If I'm taking an at-bat against Aroldis Chapman, I am shitting my.
That's you and I. That's you and I. We're shitting our pants against anybody in the league. Actually, that's not true. There is one guy that I do think I could get a hit on.
Who's that?
I don't want to say because I know
Who's
I'm going to be clown. David Williams. I wholeheartedly believe that if you give me,
even if you knew what pitch was coming,
an at bat, I could foul it off. I could squib it down to the first to first something.
No, you fucking couldn't.
I think I could. Kyle Schwarber to the Phillies, needed it, love it. Kyle from Walton. Good for him. They re-signed a franchise player. Guy is a power hitter. Don't expect anything other than that. Just keep on keeping on if you're the Phillies. Needed him back. You could not let him go to anybody else, like the Red Sox, like the Dodgers. The Pirates even got involved in that conversation. You needed him back in Philly. You got him back in Philly. It's a big price for a DH. It's a big price for a DH. But welcome to the world of DH. Yeah, I was about to say, welcome to the world of the DH. So, do you have anything to say about that?
No, you hit the nail on the head. I just think it's a great move. I think one of the only teams that I'm okay with repeating the status quo is the Philadelphia Phillies. So I think this is a good move.
All right, we got a lot more to go. December 10th, Yaz goes to the Braves on 2 years, $23 million, and Pete Alonso walks and goes to the Baltimore Orioles for 5 years, $155 million.
Love it.
That was the nail in the coffin for the Metropolis Mets.
And we've been over this, so I don't want to harp on it. But again, you just don't let a franchise guy like that walk, and 4 of them in the same offseason.
You have 2 franchise guys now. You have 2 franchise faces now, and one of them who's been there
for a year.
Yeah, one of them is getting an exorbitant amount of money, and you barely know.
That's the guy who we're paying $50 for chicken nuggets for at the game.
It's a shame. It really is a shame. And I'm not even a Mets fan. It's a shame. It really is the kind of losses that they're had. And you know what? I think we're to the point now where there's still a lot of good free agents out there. I don't know how you fix this. I don't.
You don't.
I mean, you went and got Jorge Polanco to play first, but he had a decent season batting wise. He had some clutch hits in that CS. But
still, what a big move. Who are you going to get next? Victor Robles? Come on.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if he's going to play a good first base. Moving on. December 11th, Robert Suarez to the Braves, 3 years, $45 million. Again, I'm a little confused. He's a good pitcher. He's dominant. He can be dominant. I'm confused by what the Braves are doing, really. The 2 bullpen moves, and one of them is shaky in Rafael Iglesias.
And he was already there, and you've seen his flaws.
Yeah. Yeah, he started the year out great and finished it terribly. December 12th, Tyler Rogers walks from the Mets to go to the Blue Jays. 3 years, $37 million with a 4th year vesting option. And then the Royals extend Miguel Garcia for 5 years. I think we move on because I'm done talking about how disgraceful it is what the Mets are doing.
All I can say about this is I'm shocked that Tyler Rogers is not a San Francisco Giant.
Hey, but I will say, yes. Good for the Blue Jays. Everybody in that division, besides the New York Yankees, has gotten better. Everybody. The Orioles, who finished last and were 100%. Predicted to finish first, are going to be back in that conversation. Gunnar Henderson is going to have an MVP type year next year.
Whoa.
Adley Rutschman, yes, he will be putting his name in there. Pete Alonso will make a bid for being an MVP caliber first baseman next year. I'm not saying that they're going to win it. He's in a significantly easier division.
The guy hit 230 for crying out loud.
Dog, it's an easier league. The AL is significantly easier. I am a Yankees fan.
He's been playing in it for the last 4 years.
Hardest division. But that is his moment to shine. If he hits 50 home runs, you don't think he's going to be an AL MVP candidate? If he hits 50 home runs? He's not going to
hit 50 home runs.
Why can't he?
The guy hit 230 last year.
I'm not talking about his average. I'm talking about his power.
How many homers did he hit?
Last year.
In the 20s.
Pete Alonso. He was also injured. He was injured.
I'm talking about Adley Rutschman.
Oh, I'm talking about Pete.
You said Adley Rutschman is an MVP.
No. I said Pete Alonso is an MVP candidate, and then I said Adley Rutschman right before you said something. Hey, everybody, it's Tristan here, not RG. We're going to rewind the episode just a couple seconds just to show you how much of a fucking idiot Jack is. Pete Alonso will make a bid for being an MVP caliber first baseman next year.
Pete Alonso.
So anyway, yeah, I was right. Jack is wrong yet a fucking again, but love you, Jack, nonetheless, and enjoy the rest of the episode. Thanks, guys. No, I'm editing this. When I'm right, I'll put it. I'm gonna meme you so hard when I edit this in post.
He said Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman is going to be a little bit better. I don't think he's going to be anything special.
Pete Alonso,
I think
I'm
you've
with you.
seen.
Pete Alonso, I'm with you.
Yes, I think Pete Alonso can have an MVP type year. Adley Rutschman, hell no. Hell no. Now that we are on the same,
I'm
yes.
glad.
And I do think Gunnar. I think Gunnar could
sense.
make that next step. I do.
There's some sense of reality in my partner's brain. Finally, it's about.
Meanwhile, the Yankees are okay with Anthony Volpe and don't value Bo Bichette as a fucking shortstop. They think they'd rather play him at second or third. But no, Anthony Volpe has got to have some of the dirtiest fucking dirt on one of anybody in the front office of the New York Yankees. He's got to have the nastiest fucking dirt. He's got to know somebody that did something, somebody that had like an affair, said a slur, did something super shitty. Because the fact that we are in the big 2026 and you're telling me that you value Anthony Volpe as a shortstop in today's day and age over somebody like Bo Bichette, who just got out of a World Series appearance. Not saying that he was the leader of that team by any means, but he had some quality at-bats in that series.
He sure fucking did.
The fact that you are saying that, the fact that you are hesitant that the Texas Rangers are willing to give you Corey Seager if you give them one of Dominguez, Jones, or Lombard on top of Volpe, because they said themselves they value Volpe as a starter in the MLB and the MLB at shortstop, and you have not pulled any kind of trigger? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, Yankees. I can't, dude. There's my crash out post Tristan. Yeah, meme the fuck out of me. I don't care. December 13th, Kenley Jansen goes to the Tigers on 1 year. Jorge Polanco, like we talked about, goes to the Mets 2 years, $40 million, and he plays first base and DHs. Best of luck to you, Mets fans. If that ends up happening, like working out for the Mets, I'm truly going to be shocked. Because
I know better than to think anything.
He's a decent hitter. He's a switch hitter. Cool. You got another switch hitter in the lineup. But you gave up too much WAR to get that in replacement. Sorry. And you didn't even add Adolis Garcia, which would have been nothing crazy to me, and you still would have lost some. But I wouldn't be clowning you this hard. All right, December 14th, Merrill Kelly, who got traded to the Rangers last year at the deadline, goes back to the D-backs for 2 years, $40 million. Anything there?
I just think it's funny that he decided to go back.
Yeah. December 15th, Ha-Seong Kim goes to the Braves on a 1 year, $20 million deal. Again, I'd love to know what the Braves are doing. Adolis Garcia goes to the Phillies 1 year, $10 million. Interesting.
Love it.
I feel like, I'm not sure if I love it. You have too many home run hitters in the lineup now to me.
But it's low risk. It's low risk.
It is a 1 year deal.
He's a better fielder than Castellanos because someone's got to play right field.
Fair. Josh Bell goes to the Twins on a 1 year deal. It's the Twins. Who gives a shit? December 16th, Caleb Thibault goes to the Cubs on a 1 year, 1 year deal. Don't give a shit.
I love how the Cubs are moving to the bullpen, though. I love how they're making bullpen moves, especially with lefties.
They're just like the Yankees to me, though. There's just a whole lot of talk of they can do this, they can do that. They're in this, they're in that. None of them haven't pulled the trigger. Interesting to see because we're gonna quickly recap the agents that are still to come. December 19th, we had a 3-team deal with the Pirates, Rays, and Astros. Brandon Lowe goes to the Pirates, Mason Montgomery, and Jake Magnum. The Rays got Jacob Melton and Anderson Brito, and the Astros got Mike Burrows. Anything there? Okay. December 19th, the Orioles trade for Shane Baz in the Rays. Sure.
Like it. I actually like it.
They are getting their pitching. The whole thing last year was their pitching. And, the offense had a dropout. But, the whole thing when you think Orioles is they might have a fearsome 5 in that, their starting rotation.
Starting Charlie
Morton. Their bullpen was untouchable a couple years ago.
They were starting Charlie Morton in 2025. That's a problem.
Listen.
So I'm glad
if they can get back to where their bullpen used to be, you set up the offense for, hey, we can do a duel through 8 innings. Just scratch one across. That's all you need if you're the. They
need Felix Bautista to come back.
All right, Red Sox trade for on December 21st. Red Sox trade for Wilson Contreras. Munetaka Murakami goes to the White Sox on a 2 year, $34 million deal. He was an MPL home run record center.
And a hell of a player on MLB The Show 20.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, he was in my conversation of I wouldn't mind taking a flyer out on him, but I think his swing and miss rate on high velocity was a bit alarming. But for that kind of contract, good for the White Sox fans out there, man. happy that the White Sox did something, happy that they went and got something that might have a big upside. And if it doesn't, at least you've seen that your team is taking chances.
Now, please trade Luis Robert Jr. Please.
I'd like to see him actually get a chance to try, because he seems like he doesn't even care anymore.
He seems
because
like
he's a
he
White
hates
Sox.
his job.
Right about the Red Sox trading for Wilson Contreras. Any movement there? I think it's a good move. Like I said,
it's a great move.
Everybody in the AL East has gotten better except for the Yankees. The Yankees have gotten
talk about here.
The Yankees have gotten worse. The A's trade for Jeff McNeil from the Mets on December 22nd. The Mets are Metting.
About it.
4th, Pete Fairbanks agrees to a 1-year deal with the Marlins. Cool. I think his sources his resources going to be used much better elsewhere.
Yeah, but he stays in Florida. He's close to home.
Yeah. 25th, Tyler Stordston on a 7-year, $86 million deal to the A's.
It's an extension.
Yeah,
love it.
Lock down
it's
your
a great
younger.
deal for the A's. I think the A's are actually going to go to
That's
Vegas.
You know what that reminds me of the 21 through 24 Braves locking down your phenoms.
And that's why the White Sox are so bad
contracts.
Because the White Sox tried to replicate that and it backfired.
Yep.
Now I think this is I think the A's are going to go to Vegas with a pretty good team. You see Lawrence Butler signing an extension, Tyler Soderstrom with the thumbs up again. There it is. RG, thank you very much. But look, I mean, the A's are going to go to Vegas with a good young team, especially with my boy, Jacob Wilson.
Okay. So December 28th, Zach Eflin goes to the Orioles on a 1-year deal. That bullpen's going to be good again. Hopefully it does. January 1st, Happy New Year. Tatsuya Imai signs with the Astros on a 3-year, $54 million contract with 3 different opt-outs, 2 player opt-outs in 26 and 27. Okay.
Love it.
Pause right here. It's a great contract for the Astros. Fantastic. Why in the absolute shit did my team not even give him an offer for that kind of deal? Even if it doesn't work out, you had a way out in 26. For 3 years, $54 million, you didn't even, like I said earlier in the show, you gave Marcus Stroman an identical contract. And then you paid him to leave. You didn't want to offer that to a Japanese star. You didn't even have a connection with him. He literally said, hey man, I know everybody thinks I'm going to be a Dodger just because I'm Japanese. Guess what? I don't want to be. I actually want to be on somebody that hates them because I'd love to beat those Japanese stars. To say I have a leg up on them. You know what I saw when I saw that cross my phone? I'm like, holy shit, that has Yankee written on it.
Or Giant.
He wants to, yes, or Giant. That one even makes even more sense to me because he's in an even closer region to Japan. Not even an offer from either of those teams.
No, because
not even
you know what they've been doing all offseason? Sitting around eating donuts, both of them.
It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. Great for the Astros. Just that they never seemed like a Japanese location to me. He landed off the plane and got into the press conference and he said he chose the number 45 because he looks up to people like Garrett Cole.
Good job, Yankees.
What are you fucking doing?
Not to mention San Francisco has one of the highest Japanese populations in America.
Looking forward to visiting. By the way, I will be there in March. January 3rd, Kazuma Akamoto, third baseman from Japan, signs with Toronto on a 4-year, $60 million deal with a $5 million signing bonus. Once again, Yankees. For that money, you could have used a decent hitting third baseman and maybe used Ryan McMahon as a defensive substitution late in games. What are you doing? Seems like you don't care. All right. Free agents that have not signed. Kyle Tucker, Framber Valdez, Cody Bellinger, although he just got a new offer from the Yankees, Alex Bregman, Bo Bichette, and Ranger Suarez. Out of those, who's probably the biggest, whoa, how is that guy not signed yet? I can read them for you again.
I'm not surprised about Kyle Tucker. I am surprised about Framber Valdez because there's pitchers flying off the market left and right. I'm surprised someone hasn't made a panic move and offered that guy $200 million.
Same. I am surprised. I'm not surprised about Cody Bellinger because of his agent being who he is. I think they're asking too much, but the Yankees just submitted a new offer for him. And there's a whole bunch of buzz. I just ranted about the Yankees all day. There's a whole bunch of buzz about the Yankees finally having their alarm clock go off on their offseason, so maybe they'll wake up. Not a lot of time left. So we did not get to talk about any WBC or previewing a potential lockout. Hopefully we'll get one more episode in before the season starts to ramp up here in March. I would like to, just because I think Tennessee baseball is going to ramp up soon in late February, and you'll be on that. So that'll be fun. If you guys have any anything that you guys wanted us to discuss today that we did not get to, please don't be afraid to comment that down below. Hit me up if you have any things that you were like, how the fuck do you not talk about this? Or how did you not focus on that off-season edition? How did you not see this? Please let us know. You can DM me. I think what is my Instagram? I'm so bad at this. What's your Instagram?
Tristan Thornhill. My Instagram.
Go ahead, Jack.
My Instagram is at jack.g1ennon. You can reach out anytime with a crazy take, and maybe we'll even play it on the show.
Yes. We need to get back to our diamond discussion age. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or even if you'd like to be on the show, maybe have an opinion, would like to get a show started, would like to sponsor us, you can do so with the link in the description. And if you'd like to give me a little shout out or, come my way on Instagram, it's at @Tristan.Thornhill. I am also at LYankeeLover on X/Twitter. So please give a follow to the Hitting Cage as well. It's just at Hitting Cage on Instagram and on Twitter. Follow Makash. It's just at Makash, sorry. And then follow 88 Keys Management. All of those have probably popped up on the screen by now. Thank you, editing Tristan. And don't be afraid to check out some of the other content that's on Makash. We had a brand new sports podcast just launched, The Unranked Recruits. They're doing great with Nick and Jay. Make sure you go check their stuff out. Check us out, like I said. Thank you to RG. Thank you to Grace, who is currently in here doing a one-man hell of a job. She's been killing it for us, so I hope she continues to do that. Please drop a follow. Please like, subscribe, all that jazz, and check out the rest of what we have to offer. Quick ep. I'm sorry if we sounded like we were getting fast on you today, but hopefully there's a lot of info since we last talked. So hopefully we'll get another episode right before we go into the regular season or into spring training, and we'll talk to you again then. But Jack, do you have anything to say? Because there is one thing that you haven't said yet that you have to say.
Well, if you do want to sponsor this podcast, we're loved by all, listened to by a few, and sponsored by absolutely nobody. You can reach out to Jason Hensley at Makash Films or Roy George, our manager, at 88 Keys Management on Instagram. Please don't be afraid. And you can always reach out to any of us if you have any questions about the podcast or anything you would want to see us discuss. So make sure you stay tuned with the Hitting Cage podcast and Makash.
And we are planning on hopefully, we're in 2026, hopefully trying to get the logistics of a live episode done. So if you guys would like to see that, please don't be afraid to comment on that. Hopefully we'll have like some kind of phone set up where you guys can call in and give us your takes. That'd be really cool, right? Let us know if you're interested in that. But other than that, hopefully we'll see you guys again really soon. We're back in the swing of things. We're back into January now, so baseball's not too far off.
Whoa, partner.
So until
you're forgetting something.
No. It is coming, my friend. If there's one thing that you couldn't take anything from this episode, all the ball knowledge that we dropped on you, you didn't absorb any of it because it was just going way too fast for you. If there was anything that I needed you to take from this, it's that I need you in the big old 2026. If you have a New Year's resolution out there, it's to stay funky, stay fresh, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.